The shocks over the ear, had earbuds, you know, we had those earlier, my ears hurt. We had that, which I'm very passionate about. And by the way, that is an exceptional offer. I will tell you that beats my current one just over and over again. Oh, one quick note too. I was concerned of what I was gonna do with all the cords, and Lori mentioned it really quickly. There are a ton of YouTube videos of all these cool places that you can tuck the cord away and you can hide your cord, because I didn't want a big ugly cord hanging down in front of my car. And there's a ton of videos to show you all these little nooks and crannies that you can tuck your cord away to plug that last item in. But as I said, this could have been written for all my issues. This is near and dear to my heart. I have this Bose and I absolutely love it. Aaron's joining me, and Aaron, we were watching the Masters today, right?
Yeah.
And the bird tweeting was so clear and so loud, it actually started annoying me.
You would have never
my
heard
Bose.
it.
I would have never heard the birds. But
years.
it was unbelievably clear. And the reason Aaron knows this, that I bought this, is my husband, back in the Army, he did not protect his ears well, and he's become hard of hearing. Yep. He used to turn the TV up so loud, we would literally get in fights, and I would have to leave and go watch our smaller TV in another room.
Right.
And I don't get a lot of time with him because I work crazy nights.
Sure.
This has changed everything.
Yeah, I think you and every other couple in America, right? It's a story that is so familiar to so many of us. Is we just can't hear the TV well enough, and particularly the dialogue well enough. Well, with the full-on Bose soundbar, this is not only an incredible television speaker, but it also enhances dialogue when you're watching TV. And it's also your whole home speaker, because it's a Bluetooth speaker too. So you can connect like your phone and listen to your Spotify or your Pandora, your favorite songs, any of those kind of things on it as well. So a lot of what you'll see us talk about and what we're gonna show you in 30 seconds is how beautifully it works with your television. But understand that that is one of a million things that it's your sound solution for your house. By the way, I love your top. I didn't get to see you before the show.
It's coming up tonight. Isn't it cute? It's
literally
brand new, and it's DG2, and we're gonna talk about it at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I love it. I love
Thank
that color.
you.
Yeah, of course. Back to my product. Back to the Bose for a minute. So here's what we're gonna do. This is the soundbar, obviously, super duper sleek. And one thing just to point out, many of us have these beautiful TVs in our house, right? We spend a lot of money to have these great big beautiful TVs. Prices have come down a lot on televisions, and televisions are sold on their picture. So you get your TV home and it's gorgeous and it's beautiful, but frankly, the speakers that they put in the factory are like $5 speakers. It's just, it never lives up to its picture. That's why having the sound experience, you know, along with what you're watching is so different. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start playing something. This is Bose sound. Let me just make sure I have everything. Yep, that's definitely Bose sound. So you're gonna see down here on your screen, it's gonna say Bose sound. There it is, thank you guys. And I'm gonna be quiet for a minute because I want you to hear. It's so hard for me to be quiet, I really am though. So you hear the angels singing, and you hear the treble notes and the orchestration and all that. You hear the bugs, the bzz, bzz, right? So you hear literally you hear the bumblebees. So that's what Bose sound is like, and we'll just listen to it to the end. Big. Oh, so good. Okay, so that's Bose. I was a professional musician for, well, still am, but since I was 15 years old, you know this, I've played the piano in church. The first thing I ever did at HSN was sell electronic keyboards. So listening to sound, listening to music, you know, and sound effects and all that go along with great video, so near and dear to me. So I want you to see the difference now. So this is Bose sound, and we'll put it up there again, just to remind everyone. You're listening to this sound now through the Bose speaker. Now I'm going to turn the Bose speaker off. So I just paused the Bose speaker. And this is the difference in sound. Look at the television speaker. I have it at level, it's not just volume, but I have it at level 60. It's not just loudness, it's expansion of sound too, right? It's being able to hear all of the different... It sounds
like it's in a teeny little tunnel.
Because it's coming from the $5 speakers that are inside your TV. Okay, so we'll listen to that for a minute.
And he's got it cranked up.
This is TV sound. No, I literally have it at, it goes to 100. What the heck? I'll do it to 80. So, I mean, it's essentially up all the way. Now I'm gonna do Bose sound. You hear it's so good. And I'm gonna show it to you one more time because it's almost like, wait a minute, what is that? And I'll tell you what, I've watched these shows back, you know, that I've done live at home. You're hearing about 20 or 30% the difference, because it has to go through this little lavalier mic and into, through the thousands of miles away that we might be from you, and then probably you're listening through TV speakers now. When you hear it in person, this is Bose sound. Okay, I'm gonna mute the Bose soundbar now. So that's TV sound. You can barely hear what's going on, right?
And you actually start to strain to listen to it.
Like,
You mean it like, what?
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, now ready? We're gonna go from TV sound to, all of a sudden you hear the waves in the background. All of a sudden you hear a beat, like it's that. So, I'm gonna pause it for a minute. So that's the difference between the sound you'll hear on your television. And again, this is like an 80-inch, this is a really nice TV,
Big TV,
cranked up. And you can tell the difference between what you hear with a Bose speaker, and again, this is like the full Bose soundbar. Price Bose soundbars, you'll see $600, $700, $800 Bose soundbars. It's full TV speaker, right? So you can use it the way we're using it now, but this is full Bluetooth as well. So if you want to connect this to your phone or to your gaming system or to your tablet, or you want to listen to NPR, it even has built-in, Alexa, what's the weather?
The current weather is 68 degrees Fahrenheit.
Built-in voice assistant as well.
Throughout the night,
So
you can
anyway,
expect more of
that's
the
the
same,
beginning, and
with
then
a
I'll show
low
you
of
guys
56
some other
degrees.
things outside of just the television speaker part.
Well, and what I like to on mine at home, I actually have, with one touch of a button on the remote's really simple. I can switch from my TV listening to my phone music, which I love, or a podcast, or whatever you're listening to on your phone. It's literally on the little remote, you hit the button, and I have it connected up to my phone. So if I just sitting there and I want to listen to, I don't know, Pandora or Apple Music or something like that, then I can just use that source as my audio, which is really handy if you have people coming over and you've got like a really fun, I don't know, party mix you want to play off your phone. It's really very seamless to be able to switch between the two. Now, why buy it from us tonight? Well, number one, Bose is the ultimate when it comes to great sound. I've never, ever, and I have 3 Bose items now. I have this exact soundbar. I have a little teeny Bose that I love. It's waterproof.
You love that thing.
And I have the Wave, the original Wave. All 3 of them have never, ever disappointed us. It is such an amazing experience to own a Bose speaker system. The problem is they are very expensive, but not tonight and not here. This is the lowest price we've ever had the speaker system at. So we are literally, instead of $449 tonight, we're $200 off at $249.99. Now we also have 5 flex pays on this. So it means $50, change your watching experience forever. And remember, free shipping on everything. That ends tonight at midnight. We've had it for 2 days and it all comes to a close tonight. So if you have the same problem I have where the partner's cranking up, or you can't hear it. Isn't it awful when you're listening to a show and you just can't get and hear the dialogue very well? Maybe you've got to put the captions on just to be able to kind of follow along, or it might be a show with accents and you just can't understand them. So you just keep cranking up your TV. It's awful to have to do it that way. The Bose is going to solve that. Can I read one thing from one gal that I thought was amazing?
Of course.
Because I know you're going to talk about the dialogue mode here in a minute.
Right now, I sure am.
She wrote on, because I was reading a bunch of reviews, there are 227 perfect 5-star reviews on this.
People love it.
People do love it,
People that spent more money than you, by the way.
One gal said she's had a hearing problem since her 30s,
Oh,
okay?
wow.
And she said, she goes, she loves the dialogue mode, which we're going to talk about. And she said, I feel normal again.
Oh, God.
Isn't that wonderful? She now feels normal because she's not frustrated trying to understand the TV dialogue anymore.
It's pretty wonderful. Kind of personal thing here. My mother wears Bose hearing aids. Bose makes beautiful hearing aids that I've sold on HSN over the years. Bose is the world leader when it comes to sound. Here's an example. If you go to Madison Square Gardens, you know what the speakers are? They're Bose speakers. If you go to the Sistine Chapel, you know what the speakers are? They're Bose speakers. If you go to the moon, what? If you're an astronaut going to the moon, they literally wear Bose headphones. So do NFL coaches. Look at the NFL. You'll see Bose it's the world's best, considered the world's best sound by a multitude, including, as Suzanne said, over 200 people who bought it here, paid more for it. When you and I sold this as a Today Special, it was more expensive. I mean, it's extraordinary. This is the final airing I have on my schedule right now. I have my schedule through Customer Appreciation Month. It's the final airing I have, as of today, on my schedule for the Bose 300 soundbar. And in fact, it's the only soundbar that I have on my schedule this month. So it's a great opportunity to get it. Suze was just talking about dialogue mode. I want to show you right here. This is the Bose app, which is awesome. You can also do it from your remote, but I'll just show you right here on the Bose app. There's wall equalizer, so if you choose to put your speaker on the wall, it will equalize it there. That's dialogue mode, and dialogue mode says dialogue mode. Adjust the tonal balance of your speakers to improve the clarity of spoken words in things like movies, TV shows, and podcasts. That's it right there. That's dialogue mode. You can even control individual things like the center channel, the bass, the treble. You can turn those up and down. Honestly, it's so good at automatically EQing. I don't do those things.
I didn't
but
either.
And I'm, like I said, I've been a professional musician since I was 15 years old. I don't touch it because you don't have to, but if your ears are super ears, you certainly can do. Another thing you mentioned, Suzanne, is just how easy it is to change the source. So right now, our audio source is the television, but you want to go to either AirPlay or Bluetooth. I'm going to choose Bluetooth. We're going to go right from my phone, and then I'm going to pull the phone out of the shot here just for a second because I'm going to grab a file on my phone. So I'm going to just find some music to play here. Here's my files, and then here, we'll play some music right now. I'm going to turn it down because this will probably be pretty loud. Yeah,
It is loud.
but I'm going to be quiet for 30 seconds because, again, I want you to hear the breadth of the sound, the width of the sound that comes out of this little speaker.
Everybody knows where it's at. All I ask is, where is that? Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about it.
I mean, it's like being at the concert. You know, it's like being in the first 10 rows. And then I'll just choose another sound here. I don't know.
And I actually do this
here we
on
go.
the
Classical's
remote.
good.
I
Oh, you-
switch between the TV
So yeah,
and...
so this, sorry. This would be the button, if you're switching on your remote, there's your Bluetooth button right there. So you can do that, you can turn on dialogue mode, you can play, you can pause, you can do all those sort of things. This actually will sync. If you have cable, this will sync with your cable box as well. So you can use it as an all-in-one remote. It's called Voice to TV. Yeah, it's an awesome feature as well. I'm gonna set this down. We're actually gonna hop out of this mode. We're gonna say done, and then I'm just gonna pull up the Bose app again. And we're going to go back to our source, and we're gonna go back to the television because I wanna show you guys again a little example of with Bose sound and without Bose
Sure,
sound.
absolutely. And once again, just a couple ways to be able to get this home. If you want to use any major credit card, it's basically $50. You pay it off in 5 months. And the good thing about Bose is you will have it and enjoy it for years and years. It's not like you have to upgrade it every 2 years. We have people who still have the original Wave machine and are still enjoying it at this point. I did have a lot of people on the notes, though, that were happy they upgraded. They've had some older
great.
models, and they
Yes.
said the newer model is definitely an upgrade from the old ones.
Oh, I mean, again, if you haven't, and we'll talk about this with our computer here in a couple of minutes as well, technology does change. It certainly does get better and better and better. A lot of people, you know, with their Bose or with their HP, which we have coming up in a few minutes, their major complaint is, well, there's nothing wrong with my old one, man. I've had the darn thing for 15 years. Try a new one.
Yeah.
It's great that there's nothing wrong with your old one, but you will see a huge difference. And this is almost like a replacement for, so many of you I know have the Bose Wave music system, which is wonderful and not available anymore. This is the next step up because it has the voice assistant built in, because it is your full home audio speaker as well as your television speaker. I'll give you an example here. I know it's not Christmas time, but I think Christmas music is something that's so evocative to so many of us. So this is with Bose sound. Matteo Bocelli, you know, extraordinary vocals, right? So this is with Bose sound, but I'm gonna mute the Bose sound now. We're gonna go to TV sound now.
Oh my God.
You hear how much thinner that sound is. And again, when you're in the studio or in your house in person, it's like the difference between black and white television and color television. It's literally that big of a difference. TV sound, we're gonna go right now to Bose sound. And I'll remind you, the TV is turned up about as far as it goes, 80 out of 100. Suzanne, it is truly the next best thing to being there. As Bose says, with the official Bose language is music the way the artist intended you to hear it, I think that couldn't
Well,
be more
you know,
true.
big applause to the people doing audio on the Masters golf tournament today.
Hearing
Oh my
the
gosh,
birds.
for the first time ever, the birds were driving me crazy. And you never really can appreciate it until you have a Bose, and I'm like, man, those birds are so loud on that course. And it's because my Bose speaker was giving me that crisp, clean sound. I could even hear the golfers talking to their caddies. And normally that just sounds like a mumble. You don't really know what they're saying to each other, even though there's a mic nearby.
Right.
I could literally hear their conversations. And I'm telling you, between the birds and listening to the caddies and the golfers, it was such a more interesting experience watching the golf match than just watching it normally. Everything is more alive, it's richer, it's more saturated, it evokes more feelings.
When you have more senses engaged, right?
Great point,
You're going to be more interested. So yeah, you already have these great visuals on the television that you have. I'm sure you do. Like, TV technology has become more affordable and extraordinary. But when you buy your TV, it has $5 speakers in there.
Right.
So you simply cannot get the sound that you can get out of a Bose speaker. Also, your TV is that deep. Your Bose speaker is this deep, you know? So it might be on your card, Suze, but I want to say it's like 4.5 inches deep, something like that.
It's 4 inches, says long, which is depth, 26 inches long, and only 2 inches high. By the way, super easy to set up. There's literally one little thing that goes up into your TV, and then you plug in the other side. That's all you do. And then I have to tell you, it really walks you through brilliantly how to set it up.
It does.
And also, they do have a support line. I had to call the support line because I was confused on something, and they were great. They helped a lot.
They are fantastic. And again, you can download the Bose app. You can download it for Apple. You can download it for Android. You name it. Or you don't have to download any app at all. There's a digital audio cable that comes along with it. One end goes into your Bose, the other end goes into your TV. Or you can use an HDMI cable as well, and you'll use that actually if you want to sync this remote with your cable, which you can do.
Yeah, but I have to tell you, it's a super easy setup. Like I say, if you don't want to do the app at all, you literally plug the one little cable in and plug into power, and you're good to go, and you're set up. And you're listening directly from the TV. All right, we got to wrap this one up, but Aaron is not going anywhere because we have an amazing, I'm so pumped about this laptop.
It's so nice.
It's from
It's
HP.
really nice.
Again, we've had so many great deals tonight, and it's time for you to upgrade. And you're like, no, my laptop's fine. It might not be, and we're gonna kind of explain that next to you. It is definitely time to get to Windows 11, and we'll tell you why in just a moment.
Worry about one less thing with our protection